Hello and welcome back. So today, because it's a nice sunny Sunday morning, there is a little bit of rain right now, but I've got myself together and come over cannock chase for a few hours. So I've got some lunch with me, some simple lunch. So yeah, I'm gonna have a few hours over here because the weather's nice, so why not? And it's not too cold today really. So yeah, I'm gonna wait for the rain to stop and then I'm gonna get going. So yeah, I'm gonna look at a little bit of a route that I'm gonna do, and then yeah, head out. Okay, so it stopped raining, and as you can see, it's nice and sunny now. So I'm just heading down Sherbrooke Valley, which is over cannock chase. So cannock chase is a very nice kind of moorland area. As you can see, lots of ferns, lots of heather and stuff like that. Bilberry bushes, a lot of that as well over here. And obviously it's a working, as you can see, pine forest as well. So there will fell areas and they obviously grow back over the years. So I'm just heading down Sherbrooke Valley, which is the main kind of valley within cannock chase. So we've got behind us to the south is a bit muddy today. Behind us to the south we've got the German War Cemetery, so the World War One, World War Two and other wars, German and other Commonwealth soldiers buried over there. So that's here. To the north where I'm walking now, if you just keep on going, you're heading towards Cannock and Brockton. Yeah, so it's a nice area for hiking, walking. It's not too hard. There are wild fallow and red deer over here, which I've seen and recorded on the channel before. So yeah, it's a nice, really nice area. Cycling, walking, horses, etc. All here. You got a stream running down the Sherbrooke Valley. So I mean, I wouldn't recommend drinking too much of it without filtering and boiling it, but you could if you wanted to. I've only got a litre of water with me today to keep the weight down, so if I do need some water, mainly for cooking my rice, which I've got with me, I probably will just use some water at the stream to save my drinking water. So it's like I can just boil it in the bag, so the water doesn't really touch the rice and stuff. So, but yes, it's going to be a nice day with a bit of navigation. Do a few little snippet navigation videos, which I've been doing, a few more practical on the ground with the map in front of us. So yeah, it's going to be a good day. So I've been walking for about 2 hours or so. It's now 1:45. I haven't stopped for any lunch yet, but just come onto a track where I generally know where I am, and just found an open gate. I have been here before, but so this is the working quarry over cannock chase. As you can see, still is a working quarry, all the stuff's over there. But yeah, so I'll give you a little look at the working quarry. There are quite a few disused quarries over cannock chase, but this is the working one. So I've walked across to the disused quarry and check out what's over in the background. Cows. Now I know they do put cows on this area as like a rejuvenation attempt. They eat a lot of the stuff that overgrows, the heather, the ferns, and give a chance for other stuff to kind of grow through. That sky behind me now, and the sun's starting to go down, so it's 2:30 now, so in about an hour and a half until last light. So yeah, yeah, so I want to see if I can find this bit that I want to find. Just chill out for a bit, have some food, and then yeah, start probably heading back. It starts straight back. So I've just got to an old quarry that I know of. And as you can see, the sun isn't far from going down in the background. So I'm going to brew up quickly, have some food, and then I'm going to just sit and chill out for a bit. It's going to get cold as soon as that sun goes down, so I'm going to get some nice warm food in me, and then start heading back to the car, I think, because as I say, it's going to drop cold pretty quick once the sun goes in. Okay, so earlier I did get some water from the stream, so just before I filter it, I am going to get my trangia going, because it's a bit chilly. Sometimes it can take a while for it to get going. So as you can see, it is going. So I'm going to let that warm up and bloom. So while that's going on, so as I say, I've got rice and sardines. So I'm going to get my rice out. I'm just going to tear the packet a little bit, put the rice to the bottom. Now I am going to make a brew out of this as well, this water. So if you don't know what a soy mini is, you get a bag and you get a mini filter. It's made by Sawyer in the US, and it's a filter, so it filters all the nasties out of your water. But I am going to boil the water as well. So all you do, screw the soy mini onto the top of your bottle, and then it works by pushing it through. It's not the quickest filter in the world, but obviously you want it to work. So you're just pushing it through all the media inside the filter to filter out any nasties that are in the water. The stream at Sherbrooke Valley is quite a fast flowing stream, but there are people, dogs, everything else using it. So I am pushing it through the filter, and I'm going to boil it as well. So now my trangia has bloomed, I am going to pop it on there to get it going while I'm filtering. So the bag's only about 500 millilitres, but as you can see, it is a bit of a pain. 16 ounce, so yeah, about 500 millilitres, 750. But I'm gonna add to it with my water bottle. Robert. Okay, so that rice is in there now. I'm just going to let that warm up. So as you can see, the trangia is going. So let that warm up while I sit and chill and just watch the area. The sun is going down now. If I just grab you. Oh. As you can see, the sun is going down. So it's quite nice over here. So as I say, this is a disused quarry. So as you can see, the trees are taken back over it. So I'm just going to sit and chill, and it's starting to get colder now that the sun's dropping down behind that horizon. So sit, eat this, and then I'm going to shoot off. But if I get any visitors like the cows or anything, which I can hear just over there, I will show you. Sun's not far from setting now, so it's going to drop a bit cold and windy soon, so I might have to put an extra layer on, I think. Okay, so because of how cold it is, it's chilly, not exactly cold, but chilly. It has taken a while for the water to boil, so just going to pop the locks on the lid. Okay, the water is starting to boil now, so that rice is steaming basically. So I've got my sardines in tomato sauce here, which love them or hate them, I love them. So I'm just going to, obviously the rice has been in the packet, and the packet's been in the water, so it's kind of steaming the rice inside the packet. And I did open the packet a little bit, so so that water's boiling away nicely. I can smell the Mexican rice. So that water has now been filtered, and it's now being boiled. So I'm going to boil it for at least a couple of minutes, really. Yeah. So I'm going to boil it for at least a couple of minutes to kind of make sure it's safe to drink, basically. So let the rice sit in there while that water's boiling as well, to be honest. So while that's doing, IKEA are now doing these little waterproof bags, about 3 litres. I wouldn't trust them to keep clothing and etc. waterproof, but I would definitely use them for like this. I use mine for my food bag. I had a little red bag, which I still do use. I'm not bringing much food, but that's big enough to put the rubbish in as well. So started using that for my food as well now. So that was IKEA, and it was like £3, and it's, as you can see, it's see-through. Wrap it over a couple of times. From the stitching and stuff, it's not the best quality, but for what I want to use it for food, it's good enough, really. So always make sure you put everything back in the bags and make sure everything's weighed down. Like the little bags here to my bits and bobs have got a rock on them so they don't blow away. Just got this tiny little windshield as well because it was a bit blowy. Just got that round the pot stand / windshield just to keep the wind off a little bit, to direct the heat more up. So that's been boiling now for 2 minutes. So I'm going to take the rice out, which is definitely warm enough now, and then cut down on my washing up because I don't want to wash up. I have got that pond here I could wash up in, which I don't want to wash up in. I don't want to do much washing up. I am going to put the sardines straight in the packet of rice. Just make sure the rice is done. So it's like a Mexican bean rice. Yeah, it's warm enough. What I might actually do is put a touch of water in there. Give it a mix. Drop it back in for a couple of minutes. For a minute. Just while that water is on a rolling boil, just to make sure it's safe to drink. Yeah, plenty of fuel in there to get that going. Sorry about the sniffling nose. Got a cold and it's starting to drop cold now, so starting to get a bit sniffled. Yeah, that's warm enough. So coffee in there, so about 200ml of coffee, water for the coffee, and I am going to drop a bit of water in there. And then sardines, just drop them straight in the packet with the tomato sauce. So it's like a make your own ration pack. And then the heat from the pasta, the heat from the rice will warm up the sardines. But yeah, so nice, easy, low maintenance cooking meal. If you get any sardine juice on you, it'll just smell like sardines a bit. I am gonna drop that back in there a minute. So I'm gonna eat this, and then I'm gonna start packing up and head back to the car. So I have packed up. So that's where I was sitting. So always double check when you get up, make sure you've left nothing behind and leave no trace. Obviously you can see where my feet have been, but yeah, make sure you take all your rubbish with you. So I do know the way back ish, so we're going to head back up onto the top of that ridge there and back that way. But as you can see, the sun has fully gone down now below that ridge there. I don't know, there's another big ridge behind there, so it's another behind the tree line. The temperature has dropped dramatically since the sun has gone in. So I'm gonna, because I'm cold, I'm gonna start walking now to warm up. Because earlier I put my foot in the wrong place and did end up with my right foot up to my knee in boggy, horrible water. So my right foot is a little bit soggy mainly at the top. But I have got on some Aldi, you're going to think what? Aldi merino wool mix socks. So there's 2 pairs for $5.99, so I got a couple of packs, and they're only like 30% wool, but it makes a massive difference because they've almost dried out at the top by my ankle, so the mud's already dried out. So it does make a massive difference being the merino wool. So yeah, I'm going to start heading back to the car now because I'm probably another 25 minutes, half an hour away from the car, and it is starting to drop cold now. But I want to see if I can see the cows again before I go and show you them. But yeah, it's been a good day. I'm not sure on the kilometres of what I've done. I will put it up on the screen here somewhere of mileage and kilometres I've done today. So yeah, I'll head back to the car, and if anything happens I'll obviously show you. But yeah, the weather is definitely, the temperature has definitely dropped now, so I'm going to start making some body heat because I've gone cold sitting down. So while I'm walking back to the car, I just thought I'd touch on layering systems for when you're out and about walking. So to prevent getting cold, it's better to wear thin layers, 2, 3, 4 of them, rather than say one big Berghaus jacket. Okay, so for example, at the moment I had a t-shirt and just my wool jacket on it, my wool jumper on earlier, but now obviously it's dropped cold because the sun's gone down. I'm wearing a base layer, took the t-shirt off because it was a little bit wet from walking, and then I've got my wool shirt on, and then my outer, which is it's got the soft shell that I'm wearing. So it's best to wear a base layer close to your skin, a mid layer, and then an outer layer. So what it does is it traps air in between each layer, and then the air warms up and keeps you warmer. Now I'm not saying the big down jackets, because I have got them, big wool jacket, like a fleecy jacket with like a windproof liner, aren't worth the money, but when you're actively walking, it's better to have the layers so you can take them off, because if you get too hot you can take one off and put one back on when you stop. And like I say, when you're hanging around camp, you can't have the big down jackets. I've got one, a Peter Storm one, and I brought it in XXL, so it's like an overlayer over everything. So if I can have 2 or 3 layers on, or even this what I've still got on now, and if I get to camp and I've started to get cold quickly, I can get that out of my bag or get it out of the car or whatever, whack it straight on, so it's warming me up over the top of my kit, and then once I start to warm up again, I can maybe strip a layer off and put that back on. So that's kind of the layering system that not just I use, but is recommended. Same on the legs as well, base layer, top layer, and then if it is windy, you can get windproof trousers, or if it's raining, you get waterproof trousers. So just different layering systems will help keep you warm when you're out and about walking, so you can take them off, put them on, etc. So just walking down hill now towards the bottom of the car park of where I've parked. So but yeah, it's been a nice day. The weather's held out. It only rained once as soon as I got here, so it hasn't been too bad. So I need to learn to look at the camera, not me. So yeah, I'll check in a bit before I end it. So it's just gone 4 p.m. and just come on to a spur, a brow of a hill. Just have a look around and see for a recce for maybe a wild camp next year. So I want to do like a minimalist wild camp, so just a bivvy bag, light tarp, sleeping bag really. Probably not even an air mattress, just kind of a ground covering, just because obviously when I'll show you in a sec you'll see why. So this is the area I'm kind of looking at. So I'll put you on view so you can see a bit. So west is kind of that way. So where I need to go to get out is, see the white sign in the middle of the screen? That's where the track is to get up to the car park. I'm just on a brow of a hill here. So that there is Sherbrooke Valley. There's a track that runs up here. And there's a track that runs along the front of that tree block there up to the German cemetery. So what I'm thinking next year is if, as I say, real lightweight wall camp on top of this hill here. So as you can see, there's lots of bracken. So lots and lots of it. So what I can do is this will all be up on it in the summer next year. So I can come up here, cut myself a little hidey hole out, and just bring a couple of walking poles, set a tarp up just in case, and yeah, just sleep out under the stars really. So I think I'm going to do that next year in the summer. So for a weekend, something different. I just cook up a little bit of food, but this will all be covered this time next year. So yeah, that's the plan. Just doing a bit of a recce, and we'll wait for it to drop dark and see what it looks like, because as you can see, it does look really nice over here. I don't know if you can see it. There's a little lightweight aeroplane helicopter thing there. It's been buzzing around most of the day actually, so yeah, probably heading back before it gets too dark. But the moon's out and there's quite a bit of cloud cover tonight, so I don't think we're going to see any stars before I go. But yeah, there's only literally me here now. So it's just gone 4:30, and as you can see, it's starting to drop quite dark now. It's quite cloudy over that side, but over here where the moon is, which is there, it's not actually that cloudy. So I'm going to give it another, say, 10 minutes, see how dark it gets, and then I'm going to start heading back to the car. But yeah, sometimes I just like to come out when there's nobody about and just stand and listen. I've heard some grouse, some other birds. It's like stand and just listen to the surroundings. Unfortunately, there's a road. Cannock's just over that way, so you can hear roads and stuff. But yeah, if I spin you around, I think the other camera's a bit better. So I might pick up the ground a bit better. But yeah, I've been out here a few times, especially when I was in the cadets in the winter and the summer. And it's always really nice over here. A little bit scary as well, but it's really nice. So obviously the stories of the black-eyed girl and Screaming Ada and stuff like that have always been in the back of my mind, about Cannock Chase and stuff. But I've been over here many a times, and obviously there's RF Hensford over the back as well. There was where the visitor centre is now, and there was a camp over there. There's the German War Cemetery, literally half a mile from here. Not even half a mile really. So yeah, it always in the back of your mind. So as you can see, it's literally been 5 minutes since I've come off the top of the hill, which is just off to my right up there. And look how dark it's gone. So I've got my head torch on so I can see where I'm going, but I've just got to head through a set of trees which is just in front of me here, back up to the car. So yeah, there's a big ass oak at the top of here as well, which just looks nice in the dark as well. So yeah, I'm just going to head back through these trees and back to the car. So it's getting a wee bit dark now. Just put the light on a second. There's not really that much difference now. So heading up this track now, which you can't actually see. I can see it better. My eyes can see it better than you can. So just got back to the car, and that's my car there, and there's nobody else here. So I'm gonna quickly get myself sorted. Change my boots into my trainers and then start heading back. So I know this exactly hasn't been a thrilling video, but this is nice views out and about. This is my view just before I head home. Still a little bit of light in the sky. It has gone cloudy now, so I don't think we're going to see any stars. But thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and see you again soon.